Alrighty, welcome to Menace from the Deep. This is episode number 40, but this is the first time I've ever tried streaming anything, so I'm testing out streaming while playing this game. So let's see if there's anything I can do over here. I've got a dual monitor setup, so I'm trying to make sure the sound all works, the recording all works, the video works. I don't know if I even need to look at this. Alright, it seems to be going live. Alright. I don't know if this is going to work or not over here, but anyway. So, currently, I have this game completed on the story mode. So I've been playing it a while. I've been recording several episodes. I'll eventually upload all the episodes to the channel. That being said, I am going to test a custom game now. So I just finished completing the 100%. So I do not need that. All the buildings have been built. You'll see what type of game this is as we move along. I'm not going to get into it because basically this is just a test. But anyway, I'll go over this so that you guys can see what these upgraded buildings look like. So the story mode, there are 3 levels, I guess, and then you get to the 4th level. If you beat the 4th level, you are done with your mission, and that's how it's set up standard. So at this point, I'm not really worried about anything other than maybe getting a few of the achievements. So what I'm going to do now is go back to the main menu and play a custom game now. Alright, so I've been playing everything on normal level and standard. So number of enemies are standard. The act links are standard. So I want to try on, this is the DLC, the Rift of Sanity, so I have that purchase installed. I want to try out some of these other things. So I want to go with one of the endless runs here. After completing all the acts, your hero returns to the first act, but at an increased difficulty level. Enemies have more hit points and stronger intentions. The merchant prices become higher. Okay, so you do the normal run where you go through the 4 acts and then it starts back over. Okay. So if that's the case, maybe I should increase the length of these acts now. So let's go with a longer act. We'll keep the difficulty the same, the number of enemies the same for now. The final boss, the way it works, why is it doing that? It's weird. Anyway, the way the final boss works, it's a 2,000 hit point boss, and in the storyline, you don't know this at all until it's unlocked. And once you get to it, you don't know that it's cumulative, so that the damage you do against it goes into your next run. And I guess they did not mean for it to be able to be killed in one run. I'm sure with the upgrades, though, you probably can. So I'm not sure if I want to enable the final boss. I guess we can enable it. Let's enable it. So we'll enable the final boss. Map replaces the travel mechanic with movement across the global map without axe. Oh, without axe. The travel mechanic with movement across global map without axe. I'm not really sure what that means. Conflicts with Lost, Infinite Fuel, and Boss Rush. Well, in any way, we're going to do this here. So Lost, once you reach the travel screen, you'll be offered 5 random journey cards. The navigation and travel decks stats are irrelevant, and all items related to them are removed from the run. So the game starts out with 3 travel decks, and then as you move on, you get another travel deck. And what the travel decks are, basically, they're specific areas that you can search through in each travel deck, so you can pick and choose which ones you want to go through. And you have to get through like 15 stages before you go to the next level, basically. So I really don't want to turn that off yet, because I want to show you guys what that looks like. These construction bonuses, yes, we're definitely going to put that on. Infinite fuel, no. So we're going to make this an endless run. Construction bonuses. We're going to go ahead and put the final boss in, the Rift of Insanity, and this boss rush. Only boss fight travel cards are available. Now I don't want to do that. Okay. So we don't have infinite fuel. Okay. Alright, let's just check that out. So this is I want to say almost like a deck building game, but it truly isn't a real deck building game. You can draft a deck, but you cannot build a deck exactly like you want it. So you either play the pre-made decks, or you draft. So there are the detective. It starts as detective, professor, cultist, and abomination with the DLC. So I'm not going to really get into the details on these yet. I think I want to play. Well, let's see. If we play the professor. We play the cultist. Alright. Let's go with the professor. You can toggle the gender if you want. So toggle that. We got a random name generator. So Brady Stalker's fine. Alright, so hit confirm. So all the issued supplies here to the right are all the unlocks from the buildings and whatnot that I've already done. So you can create a self-made deck, but again, it is just a draft deck. It's not an actual, you pick and choose exactly what cards you want. Although you do draft out one card out of 3 choices, and that's 15 cards that you select. Alright, so as far as the base deck here, you have Rat King, Alchemist, Madness, Psycho, Elemental Fury, and Corrupted Crows. So if you see here, there's no rare cards starting out, no rare cards starting out, no rare cards starting out, no rare cards. But on Madness, you do get a rare. And Corrupted Crows, you get a couple of rares. Alright, so, let's see. Madness deck. Alright, let's try the Madness deck. So, the Madness mechanic, it provides you with +1 max energy, and energy is what drives your cards. It allows you to cast the cards, so it's really, really nice to have a high energy level. But obviously we're going to have our increase in damage, so that's the trade-off. Let's try Madness. Alright. So we'll go ahead and get in there. Alright, so we are starting out with a birdcage. So summons a crow at the beginning of any battle. And then we have a whip. Grants 2 charge to all allies at the beginning of the hero's turn. So charge modifies the damage of the next attack. So the higher your charge, the higher the next attack will be. That's the mechanic. As you can see, we have 2 of these. Each collection, so on the Origins of Species, is this particular collection. So for each collection, there are 3 relics. If you get the 3rd relic, it will complete a set and give you another bonus. So, and you'll keep all the bonuses of the currents. the current relic. So you'll actually get 4 bonuses. So as you can see, we have 4 travel decks here. So there's travel deck 1, 2, 3, 4. Navigation shows you how deep into the deck you can see past the first card. So we can see 2 past the first card. That's what that means. And these are going to be useful now in an endless run, whereas before there are a lot of cards that weren't really useful because once you got to the 4th act it was over. So as you can see, we got to go through 15 stages to get to the boss fight. We're starting out with 150. We have our deck here, and it's telling us what cycle we are on and what floor we're on. So the floor is, this is the floor, and we're on the cycle 1. Alright, so we're starting out with heavy work pants. Grants 4 block to the hero for each remaining point of energy when the turn ends, which is not good because there's not very many times that you're going to want to end the turn with an energy available to you. You're going to want to use that. Alright, so we have the ability to use shields for the hero or the ally. So we have 10 ability points. It costs 2 ability points to cast that. We have 70 hit points, 26 sanity. So you die if your hit points go to 0 or your sanity goes to 0. Alright, scissors. Move 1 card of your choice from the discard to the exhaust pile. So there are ways of manipulating how to get cards out of certain piles or how to reuse cards, and that's how this would come into effect. And then we have this occult powder, grants endorphins 1 to the hero, 2 charges. So at the start of the turn, the character gains 3 charge points to a maximum of 5 stacks. Alright, so museums are what we want to go for. That's how we're going to get our relics. I do not believe there is a limit to the number of relics you're able to obtain in the game. I think you can obtain them all if you can. So the most important building in the first phase here, or the first floor cycle, I guess, not the cycle, but the first floors, are the museum cards. I'm also going to be focusing on the encounter cards because there are a lot of encounters I haven't seen, and there are specific items that we need to acquire for some of these encounters. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is pop over. Notice we have 20 fuel here to the right, so that's how many. So each time you move, the number there tells you how many points of fuel it takes. So it takes 2 fuel to go to the museum, it takes 0 fuel to go to the refilling station. Alright, so we're going to head on in here and start off with the scuffle. Alright, so we get a crow right off the bat because of our birdcage here. And notice the birdcage is an epic relic. Alright, so toxicity. Each attack on this character inflicts 2 poison on the attacker. Low flight. If the character with this status receives 6+ damage, it will switch to the down form. It's basically a mini stun. Alright, so we can see that their intention is to add 6 block, their intention is to add 6 block, and the bird's intention is to add 6 block. Alright, so that said, not going to use the consumables this early. So the values of these cards, and the reason I'm re-explaining some of this stuff is because this is the first time I'm streaming it, so if anybody is actually watching or cares. Each card can be leveled up, so you can see that it takes 4 level points or 4 levels to get to this card to level up. This one takes 5. It's the rectangle boxes there at the top. So it's good to try to level up as many cards as you can. So this one here, next round draw 2. Alright. So we're starting at 4. Usually you start at 3 energy, but we're starting at 4 because of our building that we built already. It's giving us 1 from the building. Alright, so we're going to go here. This switched to regular form, so if I'm in mad form, so if I were in mad form now and I wanted to get out of it, I could use that to get out of it. So as far as the shields go, right now I have 15. If the shields are not used this turn, the next turn you gain half the shields back. So this should go to 7, I think. Okay, so we have 7 shields. So now you can see this guy is planning on doing this cursed attack on us. The cursed attacks, the curse of the attack doesn't apply to you if it doesn't get through your shields. The only way the curse applies to you if it gets to the shields. So it's basically an attack, but also a curse on top of the attack. Alright, so you can see this guy here is going after me, this guy here is going after the bird. You can see the bird has 2 shields, so if it hits, this bird will be cursed. And there's nothing that I can do right now to block that unless I put this on the bird, and I don't want to do this because it uses ability points, and I don't believe that we're going to have it die. And this is a repeatable companion. It's always going to spawn, so I'm not worried about it being killed necessarily like I would some others. Alright, so if we switch to mad form here. Okay, so now we picked up a 5th energy down there. And you can see that we are in the mad form. Alright, so you can see the damage went up from 5 to 2 because we went into the mad form. So you can see we casted this. We got 1 experience point from our cast. So we're going to go ahead and do that. You can see these guys both have 6 shields. So if we try to do this, so if we have a combo meter here, so if you look at the combo meter, I'm going to do 1 attack. There's the combo. And then we're going to go ahead and cast this. If the hero is in mad form, then it deals 12 damage to a target. So we're going to go whack it. And notice the combo. 2. Alright, so notice the combo has reset. So every turn the combo resets. Alright, so our bird's taking some damage. He's got 7 coming at him. These guys have been poisoned. So we're going to go ahead and knock him off. Get him out of here. He's dead. And we're going to go ahead and start leveling up some of these cards. Okay. So now I'm just going to extend this turn out as much as I can. Well, I'm going to level up the rarer cards, that is. Get those in there. Alright, so victory. Alright, so we didn't get into consumable, but we did pick up a set of knives. Increases the attack combo bonus by 1, so that's good for us. We like that. Alright, so we get to pick a card. So notice you have 5 times that you can reject this card. So, like most deck building games, when you find a strategy, it's usually best to have as minimal number of cards in the game, in your deck, in order to apply your strategy for whatever you're doing. And that's just a general practice for any deck building game. You don't want to have a bunch of superfluous cards in your deck, especially cards that don't have anything to do with the strategy you're trying to invoke. So, if you're on an endless run like we are now, we only have 5 times that we can say no to a card, and that's it. After that, you have to pick a card, regardless of what it is. So we happen to be good with this one because we're picking up a crow. So this is going to be a crow deck. So we're happy with this choice. All right, moving on. All right, we are going to the museum. And you can choose to receive a higher tier card, but it is far, 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 far better to select relics. Alright, so we can pick the Star of David. If hero has 50% or less, then summons a clay golem at the beginning of the battle. And if you're at that point, it's very good to have that golem pop up because you're almost always close to being dead at that point anyway. This comes from the Rift of Insanity, the Rift of Sanity. So apply Wither to the hero at the beginning of any battle. So this stops your opponents from healing. There aren't very many that I've come across that heal. And then we have the rope, and this is one of the best. It's a relic, it's common, but it opens up an entire equipment slot. So I mean that is 100%. Like that's one of the best ones we can pick up right away. So now we have an extra equipment slot, which is really nice to have. Alright, so we're going to search for another relic here. So now I can pick up a dog whistle, and that's epic, and pick up the dog and complete. Notice it's going to complete this set, so we're definitely going to pick that up. Now we're going to have a crow and a dog start out every fight with us. Alright, so we just picked up an achievement for that, actually. On the origin of species, a legendary. So it gives 4 block to all allies at the beginning of the hero's turn. So that is awesome. Okay, and we got our doggy. Alright. This is a very, very good start for us, especially for this deck type. Alright, so unknowns can be anything. It can be an encounter, it can be a scuffle, it could be anything. So it's always good to hit these unknowns. Nice, we got another museum. This is really nice start. Alright, so we have apply vampirism to the hero at the beginning of any battle, but then you decrease your max sanity. So again, if you lose your sanity, if you go, now we're at 26, if we lose it and go to 0, you die. So it's basically another hit point bar that you have to worry about. We have recover 1 each time you exhaust a card, and then we have draw 1 each time you draw. That's just huge. I mean, just every time you draw a card, you get another card. That's huge. So we've got a very good start right now. This is just a tremendous start for us. And if we encounter another museum, alright, so this is the parcel game. So this is a very good start for us too. So we have 171. We're going to play the parcel game. What this says is it randomizes 4 boxes. 3 of them have an artifact, a relic. And that is part of the one we just picked up. You can see it highlighting back there. So this is part of the bonsai tree. Then we have, these are both part of the bonsai tree. Awesome. And that's part of the Pith Helmet one. So we want all of these. So this is going to open up another consumable slot. And in the non-endless runs, this would not be that important. But with an endless run, this is actually something that's going to be very good to have. Being able to restore your ability points up here, to use your ability points, is nice. And this increases the block combo bonus. So the block combo bonus makes it that every block card that you play is even better. And we can't pick up both at the same. And then if you fucking miss it, you miss that. This is the rare. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the rare, the secure branch. All right, so just gotta watch that box. They should have made this much faster, like a lot faster. Alright, so close to getting that one now. We lost 50 gold. Alright, we got another encounter coming up. This is the chip game. This one's not as good. We'll play it. This gives you consumables, and then obviously some gold, but you could lose health, you can lose sanity, you can pick up a couple of consumables and gold. Alright, we lost 3 sanity for 50 gold, so we didn't even get our money back. Well, we got our money back, we just lost 3 sanity getting our money back. Alright, so you can see we're down to 12 of 20 fuel. So as far as the fuel goes, with the buildings already up and running, we can refuel without cost. However, we're going to work a shift, get some money. And we got a couple merchants coming up. There's an unknown down there. We got a motel. We're going to go towards the unknown. Alright, so this guy here is going to do some shields. Notice our... I wonder why this didn't apply. Grants 4 to all allies at the beginning of the hero's turn. Why didn't it apply to the crow? It applied to the dog, but it did not apply to the crow, and that doesn't seem right. Because the crow comes from the birdcage itself. It comes from the set. That's how we got it. So it should apply to both. All right, let's see if it applies. If it applies it next turn. All right, so we're gonna draw 2 cards next round. We're gonna go ahead and smack him upside the head a few times, and do that. Next turn. All right, so it did apply it this time. Interesting. All right, so he's gonna heal for 10. All right. And we're gonna go ahead and get another crow. Go ahead and level up Beastmaster. So Beastmaster heals at the beginning of each turn, restores 1 hit point for each ally. Alright, he's coming after my crow there. And we're gonna go ahead and switch to mad form. And smack him. And then level that up. Pushed him down form. So notice he took more than 6 damage, so he went to down form. In this form, the character cannot take actions until they are able to take flight. And he's got a weakness on it, so the character deals 25% less damage. Alright, so he's coming at me with 27 hit points of damage here. So, if the hero is in mad form, then it deals 12 points of damage. We can kill this thing, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out of this for now. Actually, let me get one more hit in. Alright, so I'm going to switch out of this just to level the card up. And then smack him. And he should die to the poison and the bleeding. So he's got poison and bleeding, so I'm going to go ahead and level up that. Alright, so we picked up a Swiss knife, God bless. Draw 3 cards after a consumable use. Not really impressive, but we don't have anything there, so these are leveling up our cards. Alright, now we get to choose a new card. Applies immunogen to targeted ally. Epic, and then we have spectral damage. Deals 1 to 30 electrical shock damage to the targeted enemy. We're going to go ahead and pick up the mutagen because this deck is now leaning heavily towards pets. So we're going to keep it going in that direction. Alright, let's see where we want to go. We want to go this way still. Heading to that unknown. Alright, so pop up a crow so we can apply immunogen to the crows. We're going to go ahead and mutate him. So exhaustion X, flying high, the character takes 60% less damage. Each attack on the target applies an exhaustion. At 4 stacks of this status, the character will switch to a down form and skip its turn. So basically, the mutagen is making it take 60% less damage. That's good. Alright. Okay. Now, unlike the crows... Oh no, actually, no, let me think about this. Look at this again. The dog ally can die. unlike the crow, where it comes at every turn, every beginning of the battle, you can actually lose the dog. So you want to make sure that he doesn't get killed, or at least doing everything you can to make sure he doesn't get killed. Now, he often applies regeneration to himself, so as long as you keep some shields on him every so often, you're going to be good. Alright, let's go to the mad form. Notice all this damage going to this guy. So when he dies, well, if I had killed him at that point, all of those attacks would switch to their next attack. So if they were supposed to do a shield next, and this guy died, instead of doing an attack on the next guy, they would just do their next attack in their queue. Alright, get Beastmaster going. Alright. Coming at me for 18 points of damage. Got it in on me. Alright, so now we can level up cards here, I think. Yeah, they're gonna get through it on their own, so I can just level up cards. Level up block, level up block. I can go ahead and switch to that form. Let's level that one up. Alright. Alright, so took some damage there. Alright, apply static charge to all enemies at the beginning of any battle. Alright, 1 to 5 electrical shock damage. At the end of each turn, damage is doubled against targets with wet. Alright, definitely. Alright, level up some cards. New card. Rat. Now you can only have 5 companions or 5 things up at a time. So if you're already focusing on crows, you really don't want to put in rats unless you just have to. So I'm going to avoid that. Exhaust deals 8 to all enemies. If the hero is in the mad form, then deals 7 additional damage. So we're definitely going with that. Alright, so we're at the unknown. We got to a motel. Alright, so we do have some damage taken. And you receive 25%, including your allies, anybody that's over here. So we're going to go ahead and do that, because we did take a little bit of damage here. Alright, so now we got to look at the refueling station. We don't have to hit it yet. Alright, every elite boss fight, you get better rewards, so it's good to hit those when you can. So we're going to go ahead and hit the motel. We don't need a heal, but you can upgrade your cards at the hotel, or you can lose a card, which is really important when it comes to the endless type of game, where you want to make sure you get cards out of there that you don't want. Alright, so we're going to upgrade a card. If you upgrade a card that already has experience, you lose the experience and it goes to the next level. So you want to try to upgrade cards that don't have experience. So like the black powder we just picked up. So we're going to go with that. Alright, so we're going to fight this elite foe. Alright. He's going to do... Don't know. Alright, mad form. Okay. Mad form. Okay. Do some static alerts. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get you up. Give you some of that. Go ahead and do that. Okay. Now he's attacking my sanity. He's attacking my sanity. Alright. Level up Beastmaster. Let's level that one up. Alright. And he's gonna take 20. Okay. So he should die next hit, so let's go ahead and level up these. And level that one up. Okay. Increases the max of your fuel by 5 and restores 5. This is part of the Pith helmet. Recover 20% while visiting a merchant. So we're going to go ahead and do that because we have one already. Consumable converts block into charge with 100% efficiency, and we pick up the army vest. Common adds 1 consumable slot. All right. All right. So we have switched to the mad form, which we have an epic. Apply 4 cold to the enemy. We're going to go ahead and pick up the epic. Each deck has 4 epic cards, so... Alright, so we have refueling station. We can go to a couple of merchants. We have 3 left before we get to it, so we're only going to go 3. I think what we'll do is go to a motel and level up a card. Alright, we'll level up the liquid nitrogen we just picked up. So we can branch it now. It does 5 cold to a targeted enemy, or applies 3 to all enemies, and it exhausts. We're going to go ahead and take the exhaust. Later on, we'll find ways of getting the cards out of the exhaust or using them to our benefit, hopefully. So let's go that. Okay, so we have one of these we need to go to for fuel. So we'll refuel. And then we'll go to this one to work a shift. The more money you have, the more relics you can buy and the better bonuses you get. So it's good to do shifts. Alright. Boss battle. Alright, coming after our doggy. You're not in the mad form. Alright, so we're going to use this ability here and pump this up because I don't want my dog being hurt. Alright, we're going to take care of these guys here. We're going to go ahead and use this even though it's going to go to the exhaust. Alright, so that card went to the exhaust pile, so it's not going to be reshuffled in the deck unless you do something to get it out of there. Like I said, later on we'll find a way to do that. Alright, so that guy's going to do 9, so we're going to take care of him. Alright, so that's good. We're going to go ahead and take care of this guy. Then we're going to go ahead and draw 3 and pop a shield. Alright, that guy's got to go. Switch to the mad form. Take care of him. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and get a shield up. And mutagen for him. take some damage. I'm going to go ahead and prevent some of that damage. Alright. Come on. Will you please target the mob? Thank you. Alright. Okay. Alright, we picked up over 10% at the end of the battle. That's good to have. Restores 1. That's good to have too. And yeah, alright. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the Moonshine Brew. Alright, notice now we have a new item. This is probably one of the better items in the game. Increases your max by 1 and decreases your ability points, but having 1 extra energy is really good. Problem is, you have to replace something. So we're going to replace this with that. Alright. Alright, we're gonna pick that up. Moving on to 2. Act 2. Alright, let's see what we have. An elite foe. Refueling station. To an unknown. Alright, brothel. So we're going to the merchant and the brothel. The brothel is the best thing in this level.
Well.
Alright, so every time we go to the merchant, we heal X amount of damage. And if I can figure out where that is. Where does that come from? There it is. From the silver coin. Alright, so notice we can buy cards here if we want. We can buy equipment. And we can buy consumables. And most important, we can buy these. Okay. We're also going to sacrifice 20 to gain 75 coins. I'm going to sell most of my consumables because I'd rather have the money for buying relics than the use of the consumables. Unless it's a consumable we need for a specific type of quest and encounter. Alright, so draw 1 at the beginning of the hero's turn. That's epic. Alright. We need 250 for the brothel. So this applies poison. We're gonna go ahead and get that.
Wish.
The tarot cards, we're gonna leave the rest there.
Come again, if you don't die.
Hit the brothel. We are going to pick up the medic. Alright, so that's a good start. And we're going to go to the encounter here. Alright, so this guy, you see something. I'm keeping track of some stuff on this game, so let me pull up this document real quick. Alright, so we have the rope. Oh shit. I wanted to see the other thing. Motherfucker. That's what happened when I tabbed out. Damn it. Alright. So because we had the rope, we were able to pick up something else, and I didn't get it. What did we pick up? I don't know what he gave us. Damn it. Shit. I would have to go back and look at the stream to see what we just picked up. We had the rope already. We showed him the rope. Ah, fuck me. God damn it. Anyway, moving on. We're going to go ahead and head to the unknown. Alright.
Well. Look who's here.
We're going to go ahead and sacrifice again. Alright. One consumable at the end of each scuffle. Turban, that is part of a set that we could use. So 250. I would have to sell off an equipment to get to that. We're going to sell off the pocket knife and pick up this. Alright. So this lets us upgrade a card. Repeatable. If hero is in the mad form, then deals 14 damage to target. That's so much better. Alright. So we will continue.
Come again, if you don't die.
Alright, let's hit the unknown. Alright, gonna fight. Alright, let's go ahead and toss him and that. Alright, dog's taking 12 from that bastard right there. Alright, pop that up. Alright, go to the mad form. Deal with him. So he should die next turn no matter what. And we're going to go ahead and work on that. For draw one card for each remaining point of energy when the turn ends. Alright. Switch to mad form, 0, switch to mad form. So this always, initial puts it in your hand to begin with, so that's exactly where we want that mad form to be. We're going to go ahead and pick up the birdie. Because eventually your companions will die on you, so you need to have your birds ready to go. Let's see. Refueling station down there. There's an unknown asylum. Okay, if we can go down to that unknown, so we can work a shift here. Go to the asylum. We can restore some of our sanity. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to hit the unknown. And there's a museum under it. Excellent. Let's read a book. Upgrade a card here. Let's upgrade you. Alright. Hit a museum. Nice, another encounter under it. Alright, what do we got? Regeneration at the beginning of the turn. Spiky is always good. And none of them are what we need right now. So we're going to go ahead and pick up this one here. Apply 1 regeneration to the hero at the beginning of any battle. Alright, hit this encounter. Alright, so this is a riddle. So, let's see. Several of the riddles I already have. Let's see if I have this one. I have not seen this one. This is a new riddle. Alright, so this is the 7th riddle of this game. Alright, I may be in your head in someone else's voice or in a scream. But if I'm yours, you won't notice me. What am I? I may be in your head, in someone else's voice, or in a scream, but if I'm yours, you won't notice me. What am I? Sound. Thought. Everything I'm thinking about is something that you would be able to notice. I guess. I doubt this is going to be it, but make sure we mark this down here in thought. Yeah. So that is no. Alright, not a thought. I may be in your head. I may be in your head. May not be in my head. In someone else's voice. We're gonna scream. But if I'm yours, you won't notice me. Arrgh. But if I'm yours, you won't notice me. Hmm. Echo. Fear, anger. You know, all those things you would notice, though. Oh. Wait. You wouldn't notice if you're insane. Yeah, you wouldn't notice insanity. But how's that? Okay, let's go with... Let's try that and see if that works. Aha! Madness. I wonder if insanity would have worked there. I think it probably would have been the same thing. Alright, so I may be in your head, in someone else's voice, or in a scream, but if I'm yours, you won't notice me. Yeah, you wouldn't notice that you were insane. Alright, so we got 15 hit points and 3 of that. Alright, cool. That was the 7th riddle. Alright, where are we going? Do that encounter. Alright, let's get another crow up. Switch to that, and switch to that. Alright. He's gonna die no matter what there. Alright, let's see. Restore 2 sanity at the beginning of any elite fight. Now, well, I'm not going to replace any of that with that. No. Alright. Rats. Yes. Grants blocked the whole team. Alright. Let's hit this encounter. Alright. Let's see, we needed a magnifying glass for that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get the relic. Got the smoking pipe. Full to the elite foe to there. Alright. Alright. Switch the mad form. That. Vulnerability. He's taking 13 damage over there. He's gonna take 13, he's gonna heal up 7, he's gonna block 4. Alright. Oh, he took this heal first. Okay. Piss. Hmm. Monster X. Weapon. Epic. Apply 1 parasite to a random enemy at the beginning of the turn. Oh, that's gonna be cool. That would be really good, but I'm gonna have crows up so often that this would never really trigger. So in any other deck, that would be fucking awesome. Oh, well, almost any other deck. Any non-companion deck. Switch to regular form. I really don't want another one of those, but yeah. Alright. Alright, he's getting hit too much. Too much. Should have put the crow up first. That was kind of stupid. That was kind of dumb. Because he's coming. So if I apply the crow now, all the damage that he's coming at us with is still going to hit the crow. we get to grow up. Back to mad form. Alright. Remove one negative status from the whole team each time the discard pile reshuffles. It's nice. If hero has 50% or less, then that's nice, but yeah, let's go ahead and get that. Okay, what do we have here? Adds 2 consumable slots versus that, no. So that helps us get to madness quicker, but I mean frenzy quicker. Yeah, let's go ahead and get frenzy quicker. So when you get to frenzy, you get 3 stacks of a buff that lets you do more damage per attack. Let's see, if we go to exhaust, applies immunity to all allies, increases the cost, recover 3 target. I'd rather have the heal. We're gonna go ahead and pick up this right here, psychoanalysis, so that we can heal our own sanity. Alright, got 2 left. We got a refueling station coming up and a museum. Excellent. Museum too. Alright, refueling. Alright, let's go ahead and hit that museum. Hopefully we can get a match. Alright. That's one match. Okay, let's get that one. Alright, let's get through this boss here. Okay, checking something on the stream here. Okay. I may have to sign in for that. Oh, I do have to sign in for that. Huh. Let's see if I can do that. I don't know if this is going to do anything or not. Oh, shit. See something real quick. I have to do that at some other point in time. Alright, anyway. Moving on. What we got going on? He's taking damage there. Alright. Don't know why he's not healing himself. Alright, let's go to mad form. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and do one of those and pop that. Okay. Okay. So these all do poison damage, but I'm gonna ignore them. I think, yeah. Let's see if here's a new form. Another crow out here. Beast Master out here. Where's our sanity meter? Where's the sanity meter gone? Oh, there it is. 2 coming over. Stores 3. Okay. Repeatable. Okay. I'm not in the mad form. Alright, let's probably the gym here. Beast Master. We're gonna go ahead and exhaust that now. Gain our sanity back. Some damage coming our way. Okay. Alright, he's dead no matter what. Let me just level up cards here. Well, I guess I'll level up that. Alright, victory. Increases, max 2, restores 2, increases, that's good to have. None of those match anything that we need right now, so we'll go ahead and take that one. A good consumable, applies a poison. I'd rather have the attack combo. We can exhaust it and gain 2. We don't need to exhaust it, we can just make it cheap. Another mutagen. We really don't need another one. But I don't want to waste. I don't want to waste the skips on things when they actually do work in the hand that you have, because you're going to come across times when they just don't. So if it can work in the hand you're creating, you want to keep it. Alright, increases max by 1, decreases max hit points by 15. That's actually pretty nice. Oh, but we have that. Alright, so that's a part of a set, so we're going to get the sets. I'm always going to get the sets over the effects for now, because there are achievements for completing sets, and I don't know which ones I'll need, because I've completed several of them, but not all of them. Alright, so math 1. That guy restores 6, restores 2. Yeah. Don't need to do that anytime soon. He still has not healed himself. No, I wonder if he's been doing anything. Yeah, he has been doing something. He's healing somebody else other than himself. He's healing me. Alright. We got a lot of damage coming our way this way, huh? The bird's gonna die. Unless we do that. That should keep him alive. Mention that one. Like cold all those bastards. Okay, that bird's gonna die. Yeah, there's nothing I can do to save that one. That one's gonna die, that one's gonna die. Summon rats. Alright, what do we have here? Restores 1 insight if the hero is in mad form. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. Another museum. We're getting lucky on these museums. This has been a very good run for museums. Alright. Does not help anything. Permanently remove 2 cards from your deck. Store 1. Let's get that. Alright, what do we got going on? Refueling stations. Refueling station encounter. Scuffle merchant. Let's go to this refueling station. We will work a shift. Go to a motel. We might heal here. Yeah, let's heal. I don't know why the medic is stuck not healing himself. Alright, now we get another encounter. Alright, we've seen this before. We are going to get a random relic. Picked up. Good. One that we needed. Mental barrier is good to have anyway. Alright. Monster melee, elite to unknown. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go this way. Dog's got 9 coming to it. Gain 1. We don't need to gain 1, but we can do that. Didn't do that. Didn't do that. Get another crow out. Get a Shan here. Repeatable. A little overkill. Let's level that up. Ability. Rat. Gain to the next round. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Alright. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and pop an invulnerability onto you. Coming at me with 18. Coming at me with double 18s. The dog just decreased his damage a little bit. which is one of them. Okay, we'll take that. Pockets. Epic. Gain 1 relic while visiting the merchant. Probably 30%. Yes. Alright, so we gotta get rid of something. No. Maybe. No. No. Let's go with gain 4. Getting let's go with that. That. Alright. So anytime we visit the merchant, so we really want to visit the merchant a lot now. Now, executes a chosen ally, gives block equivalent to their 200% of their hit points. God. I'd rather get the umbrella. Alright. Good, merchant's coming up after this anyway. Took quite a bit of damage there, aren't we? Oh shit, I fucked that up. I wasn't in mad form. Didn't realize that. That's actually pretty annoying. Tambourine. Let's see, repeatable. Yeah, the repeatable's better. Rare. Deals 4 to a targeted enemy and switched to the mana form. Alright, helps us. So far we've been lucky on the synergy. Alright, so we get a chance to get a relic every time we go to one of these guys.
Well, well, well.
And we did, we
Look
got one.
who's here.
Alright, excellent. And we got some hit points. We're gonna go ahead and get all of these. Keeping that one. Alright, let's see. Gain 2 energy at the start of the turn, yes. Shock therapy. I'm tempted to buy both of them now.
Go, go.
Okay.
Do you think this will save you?
I'm gonna go ahead and mark shift. Okay.
Come again, if you don't die.
Alright, let's see. Merchant there. Refueling station that way. Let's go this way to get to that merchant. Restores 1. Gain a third eye. Exhaust. Gain a third eye. Restores 1 if the hero is in form. Alright, Legs Furious. Faces the accumulation of frenzy. They'll replace something if I do that. Static charge. Okay. Poison. Deals 1. I'll lose that. Burning is very good in this game. We have ways of getting sanity back, so that makes these playable. Burning's really good in this game, but for 3 and cold, it's not really that type of deck either. Poison's really good to have too. Yeah, we'll have poison. Alright.
Well, well, well. Look who's
no
here.
relic. No relic this time. And this will complete a set.
Oh, do you think this will save you?
Alright. Doesn't really affect us, natural selection. That's gonna be useful for a set. 180. Would have to sell something or sacrifice that, and then sacrifice that, and then pick up that. Okay.
Come again, if you don't die.
Alright. Let's go into this elite foe fight. Oh, you have to... Yeah, no, I got it. I was in the mad pool. What the hell? Increases max, decreases max. Oh, it's part of the set. Look at that. Epic weapon, static charge versus that. Okay, so we're doing that one. Initial. Next. Gain 3. Initial. Let's. There. Saw skein. Third eye. Next round 2. Saw skein. Third eye. Next round gained. Energy. Epic. Alright, we'll pick up the spider. It's an epic spider. Alright. Counter, scuffle. We got 4. Or we gotta get to a refueling station. I'm gonna open that up. Okay. Thing. Oh, I should have did that first. Dumbass. Alright, switching my F4 before doing damage like a fucking moron. Oh my goodness. Alright, what we got going on here? Let's see, body. Toxicity versus, nope, not even close. We can exhaust it, or grant 8, grant 12, let's not exhaust it. Let's see, another ally, another one, another that. Let's get another poison. Alright, so we have that open. Go 1, 2, and then the refueling station. Alright. Yeah, melted that one, didn't we? Nope. Absorb 50% of the shields. Another one of those. Nitric acid. I like this one. Light powder. Alright, so we have an encounter and then the refueling station. Alright, the strange child. We've seen this once before, I think. Only once. Let's examine what the monster was interested in. Scaring the creature away with your cries, you go to see what had piqued its interest. Prepare for anything, you peer into the pile and find materials in good condition. Fuck that. Damn it. Alright, let's completely refill. And fight. Okay, that is a lot of damage coming our way. That is a lot of damage coming our way. Gain third eye. Restores once in sight at the beginning of the turn. In that form now, I'm going to take even more damage. I'm going to take even more damage if I go into it now, so I'm going to have to hold off on that. Bleeding and trauma. Alright, so this thing. Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Yeah, I got no way to save him. He didn't die. It came damn close though, didn't it? Burning. heal him up a little bit. Alright, tore his ass apart. That matches one. That completes the set. Excellent. Okay, achievement. Poison deals 50% more damage to all combatants. Neurotoxis Grimoire. Alright, nice. Evasion. An epic. Applies 1 bleeding. Static charge. Plus 2 static charge, applies 1 bleeding. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one. Concentrate. Last 4 cold. Alright. So notice there's no fuel in this world here. This is normally the last stage of the entire thing. Alright, so head over here.
Well, well, well.
Alright.
Look who's here.
Nice, we got a free relic. Take that. That's part of a set.
As you wish.
And that's part of a set. And since we're here, we're going to go ahead and pick this up and sell off all of that. And we're going to go ahead and sacrifice.
Come again, if you don't die.
Alright, we have unknown, 2 merchants right there. Unknown and a merchant. Alright. Okay, let's go to the powerful foe here. So in this place, you want to get to the merchants as much as you can, with as much money as you can possibly get. Alright. Switch the map. Neither are parts. Let's get that one. Okay. Gain 1 consumable while visiting the asylum. No. No, we're gonna actually reject that one. That one didn't really have any synergy with us. Alright, we've got 508. Let's go ahead and hit up the merchant again.
Well, well, well.
Nice.
Look who's here.
Got a new one. Another freebie. More heals. Sell that one off. Go ahead and work. How did none of those match up with anything that we have already? Applies 2 burning to all enemies at the beginning of any monster melee. Apply shell, apply cannibalism. Alright, all those.
Come again, if you don't die.
Alright, let's do an unknown. Okay. Switch to that form. Get you. Switch out. Switch out. And do that. Of course, I get that when I'm not in the mad form. Alright. No. 171. He finally healed himself. Took forever for that to happen. Alright. Restore 4, restore 1, exhaust, restore 3, and it does not exhaust. Okay. Alright, let's go with an enlightenment. Alright, we've got a little bit more money. This goes to merchant. Unknown. Let's go down this way. Starting out with all that damage coming at us and not a goddamn shield in sight. I wonder if I can just get one of these dead right off the bat. He's coming here, that's fine. This guy right here, can I just tear through him? I can. Oh, I think I got the wrong one. Got the hell? I thought it was the one I was. Nah, that was stupid. No, I got the wrong target. Summons a brick. Grants 8 to the hero or ally. Heroes in man form. Okay. Let's get that. Alright, got some more money. Let's go ahead and elite foe, monster. Let's go down this route.
Well. Look who's here.
Sacrifice. That's going to complete a set.
As you wish.
Alright, nice. Another achievement. Cold deals 100% more damage to all combatants. Okay.
As you wish. Come again. If you don't die.
If you don't die. Unknown. That's a merchant. There's nothing I can do, but it might give me a relic just visiting him.
Well, well, well. Look who's here.
It always does that too. And we technically could do this. I would have to sell something up here to do that. Furious. Let's sell that and pick up that since it's part of that.
As you wish.
And now you don't ever have to worry about sanity at all. So I can actually remove anything to do with the sanity now. Although it does give me the point. It does give me the point, but overall it's not going to be useful, so I'm going to get rid of that now.
Come again. If you don't die.
We just picked up Fearless, which means that sanity is pretty much a non-issue now. Go that way to another unknown. Apparently I skipped a turn. Somehow. Not sure how that happened. I just skipped an entire turn. Reduces the cost of one card in hand. Nitric acid. Apply burning to target enemy. Apply poison to target enemy. Alright. That. Get this saloon. Okay. Fuck it. Alright, monster, elite. Merchant. Might be one of the last merchants we see. Might be one of the last one we see. That was a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Hmm. Just a map. Alright. Pet. My pet's almost dead. Damn it. Heal up, buddy. Heal up, little buddy. Oh, withered. We are withered. I did not realize we were withered. Oh, that is not good for us. That is not good for us. I don't know if I can get him out of it. I can't get him out of it. Is there anything I can do to get him out of this? No, that doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Damn it. Shiza! I lost him. That's bad. I lost my guy. Alright, that completes a set. Another achievement. Grants 2 aura to the whole team at the beginning of the battle. Alright, that's good stuff. What do we have here? Recover 3 after dispatching a human. Switches to mad form. Fuck. I lost my damn companion. So no matter what I do, I have to do one fight. Wow, look at my doggy. I have a feeling my dog's gonna die on me here. If I can figure out a way to kill that fucker. So it's the middle one that's gonna kill my dog. The middle fucker. Autopsy. Guess it's good we have that. Make sure that fucker dies. There we go. Leave my dog alone. Alright, that completes another set. Grants a random blessing for each remaining point of injury when the turn ends. Alright. Let's get that. Alright. Guess we're gonna go here. Avoid that fight. And then hit. We don't need to do that. We could do that. Back up there, hit there.
Well, well, well. Look who's here.
Alright. Part of a set, not part of a set, not part of a set.
As you wish.
Alright, grant abilities.
Do you think this will...
Okay, we can pick up that. Being 10 after dispatching, that goes over that, so we gotta get... Jester's hand. Alright, let's get that.
Come
Okay.
again, if you don't die.
Alright. So this would normally be the end of the run. So this is the boss. Alright. Okay, so switch to mad form. Just to go on. Alright. As 10. To me. It's a lot of damage coming our way, and I have no shield. shit. I don't think I... Damn it. One crow. Let's try nitric acid. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. My dog's gonna die here. Can I save it? I can save it. Already dogs coming after the doggies. Ooh, dead. That's one, that completes one, that does not. That completes something. Let's complete that. Alright, reveals details of travel cards when hovering over them. Interesting. No. Focus. Alright. Alright, so that was cycle number 1. I suppose if I quit the game and come back in, it's not gonna save the status. But I don't know for sure. I want to look at some of the things on the stream, make sure the sound's right, the mic's right. And I've been playing for quite a while, and I can see this going on and on and on quite a lot. Fuck. But if I quit now, and I can lose it all, huh? So it tells you now, fisherman times 4, fisherman times 3, deep 1, silent 3. Pause menu. Continue, abandon, run to the main menu. I gotta think if I hit to the main menu, it's gonna abandon the run. I can't see how it doesn't do that. Huh. Alright, I gotta pause the stream at the very least. I don't know if I can pause it now that I'm thinking about this. Is there a way to pause it? I know I can pause a recording, but I don't know if I can pause the stream. Shit. Let me see something real quick. Let's see if there's a way I can pause this thing. Alright, so apparently there's no way to directly pause it. I would have to do some strange shit in order to pause it. Fuck. So, the only way I can see dying now is if somehow the enemies get progressively stronger. Because I'm blowing through stuff now, and with all of these relics, there's just no fucking way that I'm gonna die. And I didn't see any indication that things were going to be more difficult, increasing in difficulty as we go along. Like, there's just no indication that was going to happen. Alright, so I'll continue it if it lets me. If it doesn't, I'm just going to end that here, and I think that will be the last time that I play the game, because I don't think there's anything else I need to do. I've done the story mode, so let's see. We'll go to the main menu. I'm pretty sure this is going to probably end the whole thing. Yeah, okay. Okay, knew it was going to happen. Anyway. So that said, for the regular video series, let's take a look at the records here. That's the final records of the game that I had. Those are the cards we unlocked. Items. I didn't get around to unlocking all the relics. As far as story mode goes, it's 100% completed. And we got all the buildings done. We got all the investigations done. I'll just go ahead and pop these up just in case anybody really cares. Alright, so this is the story of Guillermo Grimm. And you can read that if you want. This is the story of Julia. Read that if you want. The story of Weirdo. The story of Seymour Hicks. The story of Howard Blackwell. And the story of Gregory Grum. So overall, this was a fun little game for the price. I got it on sale, so it wasn't like it was a huge expense, and I got quite a bit of entertainment out of it. And as you can see with the endless runs, I mean, you could play it over and over again. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe the difficulty does increase as you go on, but I'm more for the story mode, so I don't really care about the endless run. And if I were this company, I don't know how old this game is, but if I were them and I were to make another version of this, like part 2 or something, I would focus far more on the story itself. Get rid of the endless mode altogether and focus your energy on really making every encounter pretty difficult in the story mode, and flesh that out a lot more, because the story just was way too short and lacking of details, and it just didn't flow well. They tried to push too much into a very short period of time. They could have expanded it and made it a single player game that was basically just story mode alone, and really made things pop, but they did not. So I think this is going to be the final episode of Menace from the Deep, and I'm going to go on and play a new game. Actually, I played this game in the middle of playing Divinity Original Sin 2. I got a little burnout on Divinity Original Sin 2, so I had to take a break, and I'm still kind of burnt out on that. So I think I'm going to play the next game I'm going to look at is another weird little game kind of like this. I think it's a, what's it called? Carcassonne, I think. Apparently it was a board game. Anyway, they made a game of it. I'm going to try that out, I think, next. But yeah, so this is the final episode of Menace from the Deep. Actually, there will be one more episode. I'll go over the achievements. And yeah, alright, later guys.